The next thing that makes us different is we do a procedure called placenta encapsulation, and it's
okay. I was going to ask you about this.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
When you and I were conversing on Messenger about this, I was like, I have to ask her about this.
Yes. So
I've heard about this.
I'm glad you've heard of it.
I didn't think it was like before you even say what it is, I have to know, is this a growing trend?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Just.
It's amazing.
I for everyone, like, I find it disturbing.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Craig and I discussed this offline like 3 weeks ago because he mentioned it to me, and I threw up in my mouth a little bit. So.
And I'm kind of glad you did.
Okay.
Because you're guys, and you should.
So anyway, carry on. Let everyone know what you're talking about.
Okay. So not every doula does that either. So placenta encapsulation means we take the placenta for processing, put it in capsules for human ingestion. And we're meaning mom, okay?
Right.
Nobody else. We're not passing it around. So it is an ancient Chinese tradition that they take the placenta and they put it in smoothies. They add it to their stew meat. We don't do that.
Uh-huh.
So we go by the CDC guidelines that it has to be boiled for 20 minutes. If it's boiled any less time, it can let viruses and bacteria pass through, because the placenta is like a liver. It's a temporary liver of the body. It's a filter. It's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
Just a side note, very, very few babies are very ill with COVID, even if mom is positive, because the placenta did its job.
Oh, that's
there you
really
go.
It's a great thing.
Way to go, placenta.
Yes,
Yeah.
great thing. Love that organ. So that's the first thing it does. So we have to boil it. So if we boil it any longer than 20 minutes, then it's going to lose its efficacy.
Mm-hmm.
So we boil it. We do that in our office. We don't do it at home. Some doulas do it at home. Some doulas hire a third party to do it.
Sure.
We do it. So when we're there at your birth, we take the placenta with us. So one more thing we do the others don't do. It's a 12-hour process, so it has to be cleaned. We cut off the edges of the sac. We cut the cord at the base of the placenta, and then we boil it. Once it swells up like a big round roast, it gets really fat, and it's a gray brownish color. Then we cut it in pieces and put it in a dehydrator like jerky. That process happens for 12 hours.
So this is all something that you do.
Yes.
That's crazy.
With our hands.
That's insane.
Yes.
Yes.
Kevin, do you want us to dehydrate some placenta?
I'll just say our placenta was discarded
I know.
the hospital.
Medical waste. I know.
Okay.
Medical waste. Let me finish, Min. Let me finish before I gross you all out. So we put those strips of jerky, so to speak, in a grinder. It comes to a powder, and then we put it in refillable capsules.
So like the ones that like you can take like an aspirin or
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then we deliver those to her 7 days after she has the baby. We make a postpartum home visit. Mm-hmm. And we talk about breastfeeding. How's it going? If she bought a package with a massage, then she'll get a massage in her home.
Yeah.
And the pills delivered. So you don't take the mom does not take the pills until the milk has come in. And that can take up to 7 days. A lot of moms don't know that. They think the milk comes in the day one. It doesn't.
Right.
3 to 5, upwards of 7.
Yeah.
So
remind me, there's a name for the what
stuff
comes
before?
Yeah,
Colostrum.
that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very high dense nutrition. It's very good.
Right.
So educate us real quick. What is the benefit of the placenta?
I'm so glad you asked.
Thank you.
There is a lot of research.
Me too, Craig.
Chinese tradition, right?
Yes,
right.
yeah.
Communist
That's not enough.
babies.
It's not enough. I'm with you. It's not enough. So some people do call us just to do that.
Really?
Yes. They're in labor, and typically a family member calls, we forgot to ask who does doula and placenta encapsulation. Can you come get it? She's pushing now. And we're like, yeah, we have availability. We'll go get it.
Let me ask you real quick, if you don't mind sharing.
Go right ahead.
What does it typically cost to get your placenta processed like that?
If you are already a client of ours, it's $250. If you're not, it's $350.
Double it.
Really?
Dumb.
Really?
Kev, would you do it for that much, Kev?
Would I?
Yeah.
I mean, that That really seems inexpensive.
It sounds very inexpensive.
It is.
For what? Okay, first of all, you said it takes you a 12-hour process.
Yes.
For you personally,
yes.
That's after you have handled this thing from the hospital to your office.
Yes.
Then you're taking it personally to the client.
Yes.
For $250.
Yes.
Let me tell you, some of these crunchy moms are my clients. They'll pay it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yay. Yay.
Happily.
Right.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right. So back to the
the benefits.
The benefits.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's lots of research on whether, what is exactly in there. First of all, you've lost a lot of blood. Mom's lost a lot of blood. We've uprooted the tree. So now we're left with a divot inside the uterus. Okay. So now it's bleeding. So she's going to bleed for 6 to 8 weeks postpartum. That's normal. What ends up happening is she gets tired, not only because of the blood loss, the red blood cell loss, and her body's having to make up for it, and she's forming a scab inside her uterus, but she's also decreasing in her sleep cycle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's not sleeping 8 hours like she was before.
Yep.
So,
not just her.
Right, exactly. Sorry, we can't give you the pills. Sorry.
Okay.
So
I'm going to go ahead and apologize for that comment.
I'm going to go ahead and show you how much sympathy everyone on the internet has for you right now.
0. That's correct. 0. You know what made that baby.
That's right.
So it gives her iron. And it's an iron supplementation. It's great. And it's her own. So her body made it. It's kind of amazing. The second thing it gives, and this is researched, I give a website to all my clients in my class. It's called evidencebasedbirth.com. Has everything on there, even a COVID tab. It's very educational. It's all based in science, all based in numbers. And there's only 2 studies that are reputable about the placenta encapsulation, what exactly does. They went in looking, one was in 2016 and one was in 2017, and they went in looking for 17 specific hormones. They found 15.
Oh, wow.
Hey, there we have it. So we are assuming that's going to help with postpartum depression.
Interesting.
We're replacing all those hormones.
Yeah.
The other thing it helps is milk production.
Oh.
Interesting.
So if you get the service and then you get grossed out by seeing them on the counter, don't take them.
Right.
I mean, no one's going to force you to take them.
Right. Take this pill right now.
Right. We also service in that same vein. We'll take one piece of the placenta and not dehydrate it. Put it in high-grade alcohol for 30 days and then deliver it to her later, and it becomes a tincture.
The what?
So, a tincture.
I don't know what that is.
So it's a liquid form of medication.
Okay.
And you put it under your tongue, but you wouldn't start that process until mom is in menopause.
Interesting.
You save it until she is in menopause.
Well, how do you save that for? We're talking like 20 years, maybe.
Yes, sir.
In the fridge?
Yes.
Next to the eggs?
Well, in the back.
Oh, okay. So
by the ketchup.
I have to ask, why would you take that during menopause?
Hormone replacement.
Really?
Yes.
So it'll make it what?
Less hot flashes.
Okay.
Less irritability. Less pain during intercourse.
We really screwed up. We should have kept that stuff. I'm just saying.
You can have another, You
can always have another baby, Kevin.
No, we cannot. I promise you. We cannot.
You're broken?
Darn.
I have been broken.
Darn.
Yes. Someone has cut me up and broken me. So...
I hear you. I've been cut myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm broken as well. But if I could, I would certainly do the placenta encapsulation.
Yeah.
I know this sounds kind of gross, but I mean, I'm far from a country girl, but we are in the country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We're in Montgomery.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
This is what animals do. They eat the placenta.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Why?
Obviously, for reasons beyond our understanding that we are starting to now understand.
Yeah, birth is a natural process.
This is actually an interesting topic for me, because I pay attention to a lot of what animals do. I'm a big animal person. I love working with animals, all these kinds of things. And one of the things, because you bring up an interesting topic, why do animals eat the placenta? The same reason I asked the question, why when dogs feel ill, eat grass? Mm-hmm. And one of the things that's odd about grass is an odd vitamin that's in grass, which I think is B17. And I think it's available in grass and almond seeds. It's
I didn't know that.
Or and I
Weird.
think it's almond seeds, peach seeds, and grass. It's like the only 3 places it's available in the world.
Okay.
And so, like, when they feel ill, they can't get peach seeds and almond and not almond seeds. What did I say?
Peach.
Peach and
You
You
did
s-
say
you
almond.
said almonds.
it's not almonds. It's another one.
Then
Apricot. It's
Oh.
apricot seeds. That's what it is.
or
Okay.
apricot, whichever.
Yeah,
Apricot.
You guys are both wrong.
Aren't you from Texas, dude?
No.
Oh, okay. That's forgot.
One
You-
thing
he's from
I
Florida.
did not tell you, I homeschooled all of my kids all the way through.
Oh.
There you
Okay.
go.
So it's apricot.
Well, there you
Just saying. And it is Ryobi. The first vowel speaks, the second one is
There
quiet.
you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
So anyway, like it's a rare vitamin, and like that's the only time dogs will eat grass is when they feel like they have a stomach ache.
Right.
They don't
Um,
have Pepto-Bismol.
Right.
Nope.
So that's what they'll go to. So anyway, and so with what you're talking about, I'm kind of curious. Like, there's a lot of people that talk about how the American diet has gone down in the consumption of organ meat, and I'm curious if, like, could I potentially just make my wife liver and onions, and it have similar effects.
I think you should do a study on it.
Yeah,
So-
I should do it. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I'll
Well,
tell you,
I mean, like
I
the-
love that answer. I love that answer.
Yeah, no, that's a great
because-
answer.
Because you have an opinion, but rather than forcing that opinion, I really like that answer.
Thank you.
I really, really like that
Thank
answer.
you.
Yeah. I mean, because eating.
It's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, because eating liver is a source of iron. It's a
It
high
is.
source of iron.
It is.
It is.
And
It's-
most people don't eat it anymore.
It's true, but it's not going to have the hormones.
Right. It's not going to have the same hormones for sure.
Correct.
Nor is it going to have your hormones, which I
Correct.
think that's something
Correct.
that, like, I'll just be honest. I mean, it's pretty disgusting. That being said,
I know.
I'm just going to put it out there.
No,
right?
yeah,
know,
no. I'm
I
with
know.
you.
That being said, I mean, I'm open to arguments that make sense, right?
too, me too.
And that, whether I think it's disgusting or not, whenever you tell me that there's 15 hormones that they found in it,
And they were looking for
that
17.
they were looking for, that to me is that's something to at least consider.
Correct.
And for $250, I mean,
That's nothing.
Right.
nothing.
Right.
I mean, the medication alone
Right.
that I'm going to take for something else
Yeah.
is probably going to cost that much.
Correct.
All right, so
and
I-
the tincture's cheaper than getting on hormone replacement in menopause.
So do you
Yeah.
get both for the same price?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes.
So all right. So I have to ask: is there anybody that consumes it in
Capsule form.
Non-processed.
fresh?
Yes.
Fresh.
Yes.
Yes. So we have had several clients. I mean, Houston's a melting pot. Okay?
Right, yeah.
So and we service the Houston greater area. So we go all the way to Huntsville, Bryan College Station, all the way into Houston. We've had several deliveries in Beaumont.
And Houston
all over.
is ethnically diverse.
It is.
Extremely
It is.
ethnically
It
diverse.
Well,
is.
like,
So we've had
this
lots-
is actually something that comes up quite a bit. I mean, like, Houston is considered one of the most like diverse
Yeah.
cities
It
in
is.
the
In the world.
world.
It is.
Yep.
It's a beautiful melting pot.
Yeah.
So I've had women interview with us asking about placenta encapsulation and our doula services from Russia, from China, from Peru. They want the service of the placenta encapsulation. They
Yeah.
see our website and go, "Wow, you do it all."
Yeah.
Yes, we do.